David Morrell's manager, Luis de Cuba Sr., is highly confident in his fighter's ability to dominate David Benavidez in their upcoming showdown. He believes Morrell possesses knockout power comparable to boxing legend Sonny Liston, known for his devastating punches and ability to break down opponents with sheer force. De Cubas has expressed that Benavidez's fighting style makes him the perfect target for Morrell because he tends to stand right in front of his opponent rather than relying on movement. This, according to De Cubas, plays right into Morrell's strengths, setting the stage for a potentially brutal fight. The highly anticipated matchup is set to take place on February 1 st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and boxing fans around the world will be able to watch it live on PBC on Prime Video PPV for $79.95. This fight is generating significant excitement, as both Morrell and Benavidez are known for their aggressive, high-action fighting styles. With neither fighter likely to back down, fans can expect an intense battle where both men will look to impose their will on one another. De Cubas has made it clear that he sees Benavidez as a fighter who can be hit easily, which could be a major problem against someone as powerful as Morrell. He believes that Morrell's heavyweight-like punching power will cause serious damage to Benavidez. If Benavidez, 29-0, 24 KOs, can withstand Morrell's shots for the full 12 rounds, De Cubas says it would prove that he is truly elite and capable of taking on the best in the light heavyweight division. However, he remains convinced that Morrell's power will be too much for Benavidez to handle. Benavidez, on the other hand, has expressed confidence in his combination punching, which he plans to use to break down Morrell. He believes his speed and ability to throw multiple punches in rapid succession will be his key to victory. However, De Cubas argues that this strategy could backfire because standing in front of Morrell and trading punches will only give Morrell more opportunities to land his devastating power shots. According to De Cubas, Benavidez's aggressive approach will leave him open for big counterpunches, making it a risky plan against a heavy hitter like Morrell. One of De Cubas' main points of confidence comes from Morrell's strength and experience as a light heavyweight. He pointed out that Morrell defeated two-time Olympic gold medalist Julio Cesar La Cruz in Cuba when he was just 17 years old and weighed 178 pounds. This victory, he says, proves that Morrell has always been capable of competing at a high level against world-class fighters. Initially, Morrell fought at 168 pounds, but he and his team struggled to secure a fight with Benavidez in that weight class. Eventually, they decided to move up to 175 pounds, and now, after Morrell's impressive performances at light heavyweight, they have finally secured this long-awaited matchup. De Cubas also took a shot at Benavidez's last opponent, Oleksandr Gvozdyk, highlighting that Gvozdyk was 37 years old and had only fought 3 times in the last 7 years. He compared that to Morrell's last opponent, Radovoj Kaladzik, who was much more active and known for his movement in the ring. De Cubas explained that Kaladzik was able to last against Morrell by using footwork and defensive skills to avoid taking too much damage. However, he believes that Benavidez won't have that luxury, as he prefers to stand in front of his opponents and trade punches rather than move around the ring. Because of this, De Cubas is extremely confident in Morrell's chances of winning. He firmly believes that Benavidez will struggle to deal with Morrell's raw power and that this fight will expose the weaknesses in Benavidez's defense. However, he did acknowledge that if Benavidez can somehow survive Morrell's punches for all 12 rounds, it would earn him immense respect. In fact, De Cubas went as far as saying that if Benavidez proves his toughness in this fight, he would favor him over any other light heavyweight in the world. With both fighters looking to make a statement, this matchup is shaping up to be one of the most exciting fights of the year. Fans can expect a battle filled with power punches, aggressive exchanges, and the potential for a knockout at any moment. Whether Morrell's devastating punching power will be enough to stop Benavidez or if Benavidez can outlast Morrell and prove his durability remains to be seen. One thing is certain: this fight is expected to be an action-packed war that boxing fans won't want to miss. Morrell's rise to the top and his confidence going into the fight. David Morrell's journey to this moment has been nothing short of impressive. The Cuban-born fighter has built a reputation for his powerful punches, aggressive fighting style, and technical skills inside the ring. Since turning professional, he has demolished nearly every opponent he has faced, making him one of the most feared rising stars in the sport. his ability to mix speed with raw power has drawn comparisons to some of the hardest-hitting legends in boxing history, and his team believes that this fight against Benavidez will be his breakout moment on the biggest stage. Morrell himself has expressed confidence in his ability to not only win, but to dominate Benavidez, proving that he belongs among the best light heavyweights in the world. Benavidez's unbeaten streak and his plan to overcome Morrell. On the other side, David Benavidez has an undefeated record of 29 wins with 24 knockouts, showing that he is no stranger to breaking down opponents with his relentless pressure and high-volume punching. Known for his ability to overwhelm fighters with his constant attack, Benavidez has made it clear that he doesn't plan to change his style for Morrell. Instead, he believes his speed, combinations, and durability will allow him to absorb Morrell's best shots and eventually break him down as the fight progresses. However, critics argue that this could be a dangerous game plan, as Morrell's punching power is far greater than anyone Benavidez has faced before. If he underestimates Morrell's ability to land big shots, Benavidez could find himself in serious trouble early in the fight. Both fighters come into this bout with a lot on the line. For Morrell, this fight represents his chance to cement himself as a top contender in the light heavyweight division and prove that he belongs among the elite. A dominant victory over Benavidez would not only boost his reputation, but could also set up major fights against the division's biggest names. On the other hand, Benavidez is looking to maintain his undefeated record and silence the doubters who question whether he can handle a true power puncher like Morrell. If Benavidez can weather the storm and come out on top, it would be a massive statement that he is ready to take over the light heavyweight division. With both men carrying knockout power and aggressive styles, this fight is almost guaranteed to be an all-out war from the opening bell. The contrasting approaches Morrell's raw power versus Benavidez's relentless pressure create the perfect recipe for an explosive showdown. Boxing fans can expect non-stop action, brutal exchanges, and possibly a dramatic knockout. Whether Morrell proves to be too powerful for Benavidez or Benavidez grinds down Morrell with his volume punching, this fight has all the makings of a classic. As fight night approaches, the anticipation continues to build, and fans around the world are eager to see which fighter will emerge victorious in this highly anticipated battle. A high-stakes battle that could shake up the boxing world. The boxing world is buzzing with excitement as two of the most dangerous fighters in the sport, David Morrell and David Benavidez, prepare to collide in a showdown that could redefine the light heavyweight division. This isn't just another fight, it's a potential war between a power-punching Cuban sensation and an undefeated Mexican-American warrior who refuses to back down. Morrell's team is exuding confidence, boldly claiming that Benavidez is made to order for their fighter's heavy hands. With Morrell's devastating punching power and Benavidez's relentless offensive approach, this matchup has all the ingredients for an explosive encounter where neither man is willing to take a step back. But the question remains, who will be the last man standing when the dust settles? Will Benavidez's chin hold up against Morrell's knockout power? Benavidez has built his reputation on breaking opponents with his ferocious combinations and relentless pressure, but he has never faced a puncher as dangerous as Morrell. Morrell's manager, Luis de Cubos Sr. insists that his fighter has Sonny Liston Hands, a terrifying comparison to one of the hardest hitters in boxing history. The Cuban powerhouse has steamrolled through opponents, but Benavidez isn't the type to run. He will stand right in front of Morrell, willing to trade bombs in the center of the ring. That's exactly what makes this fight so unpredictable. Will Benavidez's iron chin hold up against the Cuban's vicious power shots, or will Morrell expose the undefeated fighter's vulnerability to true knockout artists? The answer will come when these two warriors step into the ring, ready to settle their differences in a fight that promises nothing but fireworks.